All right, so Merry Christmas. Got an unboxing to do today. This is one of the Sire V7 Generation 2 5-strings. This is the alder model with the ebony fretboard, 5-string. Yes, this just came in, haven't opened it yet, so I'm gonna unbox that now and we'll see what it looks like. So here's what the inside box looks like outside of the shipping box. So let's open her up, see what she looks like. Okay, about what you'd expect. More shipping material in here. So this is kind of cool. Packed away in the box is the chrome cover to go over the neck pickup, like the one that Marcus Miller and Will Lee have always used. Some tools, looks like something for the bridge and one for the truss rod. This one is the burgundy colored one with the matching headstock. So initial impression of the color is it's pretty pink. This is definitely pink. Okay, and the I can see just from the tip of the headstock here, they didn't do a great job masking off the, hopefully it's just the paint not masked straight and not a crooked nut there, but you can see that. Not a big deal. Back of the neck is nice. Very satiny. Let's get this pulled off and see what we're looking at. But my main concern, this is actually for a 16-year-old, my daughter. I don't want something that's really heavy. This is not super light, and there are some nice sharp frets on it too. Bass is not super heavy. I'm just gonna weigh it first. I've got a scale here. Let's see what this thing weighs. 10 pounds, 6 ounces. Not a heavy weight, but it's not light either. The neck, it looks like good neck fit to body. I don't see any issues there. The strings line up more or less over the pole pieces. I'm not crazy about this knob farm preamp that they've included. I don't like a lot of knobs and switches on an instrument. It just, all I do is fiddle with knobs. I'm never happy with the sound, but I know a lot of people do like this. Knobs are smooth. We'll plug it in just a second and see what it sounds like. I assume it has batteries in it. Really, so far, just from an initial look, the body's thinner than a Fender too. That may be one of the ways they're trying to keep the weight down on these. I can tell just from looking at it. Initially, my real disappointment is just the sharp fret ends, you know, which are fixable. And it's not a big deal to fix. You have to be a little bit more careful with binding. Let's see, is it in tune? No. Yeah. Sonic Research Turbo Tuner. Let's do that. Now I understand this is a volume and passive tone, pickup balance, treble, sweepable mid, and a bass control. Okay, the tuners are nice and smooth. I've heard some people complain about these. I have to see what it sounds like. I do like Marcus Miller though, he's a great player. And I have a 76 Jazz Bass that is just like his. I think his is a 77. Mine doesn't have all of the Sadowsky modifications, but all right, I got a cord here with an amp that's hooked up already and turned on. Let's just see. I have not been playing bass much in the last 2 years. The strings feel really big. The action's a little bit high because there's way too much relief in the neck. So that shouldn't, assuming the truss rod works, it shouldn't be an issue to fix. I'm not going to measure it, but I can tell there's way too much. This is a 9.5 inch radius, 34 inch scale, some sort of active electronics. They're supposed to be single coil pickups, string through body. It's got the generation ones had a battery case that people complained about, the little doors would break. They put some kind of solid cover on the back of these now. So that looks good. The paint looks good on it. Do I have the thing? Yeah, I'm in active mode now. You can hear the range of the mid-range control. And this is not crazy heavy. The Stingray that my daughter has been playing, this bass, is a little over 11 pounds. Now, the fit and finish on this is perfect, and it sounds great, and the fretboard and the fret edges, everything are smooth as glass. Everything you expect. This is a late 90s model, 98 I think. And the only thing not to like about this is the weight. I mean, Stingray 5, I know the newer ones you can get nice light ones. I've seen these regularly under 9 pounds for the new 5s, but the old models from this generation, 10 to 11 pounds is not unusual at all for these. I'm going to play with this a little bit and see. The edges of the nut are sharp too. I think the tuners are fine. I don't know why people are complaining about the tuners. You know, the logo looks nice. You see the fretboard. I'm sure this ebony's dyed because it's turning my fingers black, my fingertip. I can see where this thing has been kind of polished and dyed. I bet if yeah, I mean, just doing that, this is probably not going to show up, but this is turning the tip of my finger black. That could be some kind of polishing compound. I doubt it. I think that's the dye on the fretboard. The inlays look straight. They're nice. It's a very nice looking instrument. I like the cutaway down here for the truss rod access. I prefer a heeled access truss rod on a jazz bass or P bass just because it's more traditional. It is easier to adjust at the headstock end, but this kind of alleviates that. I'm curious to take the, pull the cover, the metal plate off. Let's see what these pots look like. Well, this is, I'm not even sure what these this is some kind of mini pot. This is all on a PCB. This would be a pain in the butt to repair compared to a regular bass. This is a modular setup. This is, if you can kind of see this. So they just sort of plug these things in. There is shielding paint in here to keep these quiet. I assume these are true single coil pickups, so they're going to produce some noise anyway, which is fine. I don't care. I expect single coils to make some noise. Part of the charm. So my initial impressions, it'd be great if it was a pound lighter. You could get these in at around 9 pounds. And it's still not super light, but it's very comfortable. And I know that's doable. Get these in around 9 pounds. Yeah, and fix the sharp frets. I'm gonna have to go up and down the. I'm not hearing any fret buzzing though. I mean, again, I need to straighten the neck a little bit, but it's not. The action's not crazy. It seems to play good all over the neck. The E string sounds good. Yeah, the B sounds nice. So yeah, that's the Sire V7 Generation 2 5-string in alder. with the ebony fretboard. I think that's the least expensive one they make. There's an ash one that's more expensive and a vintage model, which is more expensive. I'm going to guess they all have similar fit and finish, though. I think you're paying for the extra cost for the ash body, which is more expensive now. So yeah, final thoughts. It looks good. The paint looks great. The neck to body fit looks good. I don't see any issues with the tuners. There's too much relief in the neck, but that's not a problem. It could have left the factory with the neck straight, and then it's moved a little bit in shipping and storage. So no issues there. You know, it's hard to tell how this thing really sounds until you hear it in a band context. This is plugged into a little Fender Bassman TV12, so not really the ideal pairing for a modern active jazz bass. This needs to be plugged into something with a tweeter. You know, so you can get that sort of more hi-fi. This bass is marketed to people looking for a more hi-fi sort of jazz bass tone. The pickup looks nice. I'm sorry, the pick guard. I like this pearloid pick guard. The spacing across the strings on the fretboard looks nice. In other words, everything's not moved too far one way or the other. It seems to be centered up. The bridge looks nice. It's just a sort of a little bit more beefy version of a Fender bent bridge, so that looks good. Yeah, there's really not much to complain about but the frets on this. And again, I think they're level-ish or level. So I'm just a little bit playing in here. I'm not hearing any fret buzz at all. I mean, nothing. I'm digging in and I'm not getting anything, even on the B string. These are D'Addario strings, I think. They've got the colored balls are. Don't know if that'll show up at all, but if it doesn't, you'll have to trust me. It has the colored ball ends, and I have read these are real D'Addarios. I assume the XLs. So that's it. That is the Sire V7. Thanks for checking it out.